How y'all doing this Monday? What's going on? Share, share, share. Let's get some people involved. Let's talk about hell, everything. Y'all know I'm taking your questions. Thank y'all for being here this Monday. How you doing, Precious? Hey, Alfonso. Alfonso, we gotta fix that set more. I don't know. I need your help. Text me, please. What's up, Facebook? Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about today. I hope y'all got questions. Thank you, Alfonso. I appreciate it. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I know it's Monday. I know it's rough. It's the top of the week, but this is the best time to get this information out to you guys. Hey, Letitia. Okay, you on time. Woo, woo. All right, good. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank y'all for being here. Again, if you're on TikTok, share the video. I appreciate it. The more people we get watching the live, of course, the better for me. But the more the reach, the more information, correct information. Okay, y'all know I try to give as accurate information as possible. So thank y'all for being here. So make sure you drop your questions. I know y'all have them. Hey, Mango Skin. I know y'all got questions. So let me just catch y'all up real quick of what's going on. All right. So by now, we're in the second week of tax filing. Hey, Genteria. Hey, Gwendolyn. Yes, I do taxes from all over the place. Okay. That's one thing that hopefully your tax preparers are allowing you to do, but you do got a lot of flexibility this year. You can do taxes virtually. I have done a lot of virtual taxes. Thank you for my TikTok followers who have actually called in and we've done your taxes. You got your advances. Thank you. And yes, because advances now. Hey, Dwight. Hey, Robin. You got your refund. I know that's right. So they're giving, like I said, you can get advances, but now they're doing advances through direct deposit. So you do not have to worry about walking in any place going to pick up that check and getting robbed on the way to the bank. So now they're going directly to your bank account. So yes, if you're interested in having me do your taxes, all you got to do, send me a message on one of these platforms. And it's Shamika Saves at all the platforms, and I will take care of you. All right. Dana Khan said I didn't receive my letter with my I-10 number, so how will I get it? All right, we're gonna get to that in a second. Good question though. It's actually on my list. So we can talk about I-10s really quick. If most of you guys have social security numbers because you are citizens, okay, you're U.S. citizens. But if I happen to have some individuals, some habla español followers, thank y'all for watching. Hey Carlos, if you're watching from California. But if you have some individuals or some individuals that do not have a social security number, you can get them what is called an I like I-10, TIN, which stands for an individual tax identification number. Okay. All you have to do is, and especially if you're married to this individual, is to file taxes, put them on your tax return. You will have to mail it in, but that is the quickest way to get them. Or if you are adopting children that are not from, they're not citizens, you can also use an application W-7 with adding them onto your taxes, and that is how you will get it. Okay. Now, Dana, I'm not sure if you meant I-10 or IP-PIN, but I'm going to get to that too. All right. So we are in our second week of tax filing. I hope you guys have been having great luck with filing your taxes. Okay. If you are an individual with no dependents, you should have, if you filed early, already got your refund, or you should be getting your refund any day now. Okay. So you really can go to Where's My Refund and check the status of your refund. Okay. It's much easier to process people with no children. Why? Because there's no credits to verify. All right. Speaking of credits to verify, now, let me see. Some of you may receive a letter 4464C. That is from the IRS. That is a letter where they're telling you that they are holding up your refund that they are processing your taxes, but they are holding your refund. Okay. If they are holding your refund, to me, people say it's not an audit, it's a review. It's similar like an audit because now they got to go and verify what you put. So if you claimed a child that you don't normally claim, because you've let somebody else claim, or this is your first time claiming a child, you had a baby, sometimes that could flag you in the system, and then you're going to be receiving one of those letters saying they need to verify. All right. So they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to check with Social Security, see if you really got those children. If you, I think they even put income. So if you have some Schedule C stuff, they also may want to verify that. So please be on the lookout. I saw someone, they've gotten it already. So we're only 2 weeks into the tax system, filing system, and this person already got a letter saying that their taxes were under review. So that means it can happen to any one of us. So please be mindful. Now, this person also was an individual that was filing claiming credit. So if you're an individual that is single with no dependents, you may not have this issue, okay? Because it's probably going to be fairly easy. You got a W-2, that's it. But if you're an individual and you're claiming credits, earned income credit, child tax credit, that dependent care credit, those are the credits that they may want to verify. And honestly, those are probably going to be the biggest things that are going to trigger for them to send you that letter. All right. So let me see what questions y'all got, because this thing moving fast over here. I know that's right. Okay. Let's see. Hey Shamika, have you have emailed you about the tax class without any response? Miss Jenna, no, well, if you emailed me, I'm sure I have gotten it and sent you a response. If this is Miss Jenna that I haven't talked to in a long time, hey, send me another email. And then if you don't see that I respond back to you this evening, then you either got the wrong email or something's off. Okay. So send me another email tonight. And welcome back. Hey, Robin, you got your refund last Friday. Congratulations. All right, let's see. I didn't receive my letter with my eyes. So I answered that one already, Dana. This one says, what about the delay message? Everybody in. Good question. All right, so if you are going to, where's my refund? And you're noticing that you're getting a delay. And I'm going to read this directly from another tax preparer actually posted this. And so I had to share it. So y'all know I support, okay, especially if somebody telling something good. All right, I'm gonna read you exactly what it says. It says, if you receive the message, when you look up where's my refund, it says, do not freak out. It's because your returns have been in the system more than 21 days and under the PATH Act, 21 days, but you're under the PATH Act, so you will not get any updates after February 15th. So basically, if you saw yourself in the system before, and you're an individual with dependents, and now you're and I don't know if this is from last year. And let me ask that question, Diamond, are you talking about the delayed message that you're getting from last year when you go to where's my refund? I want to make sure I'm answering the right thing. So if some of you are getting that delay and you're checking where's my refund and you're checking for last year, and you didn't get your taxes from last year, because she says that if you've been in the system more than 21 days, you can't have been in the system more than 21 days this year because we haven't started, the tax season hasn't been open that long. So it will be for last year, okay? So let me go here really quick. And hey, you TikTok guys. Says, hi, Shakira, how are you? Hey, I'll take Shakira. And yes, it's getting cool. I'm close to Orlando. It says, if someone has an EIN number, can they file taxes on their grandchild? If you have an EIN number is for businesses. So no, you will not be able to claim a child with an EIN number at all. Don't do that. You're going to jail, okay? Again, share. Thank you. Okay, it says, will unemployment be taking overpayments from federal taxes? As it stands right now, the best thing I can tell you to do is to call the hotline to see if your taxes are going to be taken. Let me get y'all the number, because I know I answer this every week. So let me get that phone number for you. Hold on 1 second. All right. So this is a number that you can call, and you're basically just going to put in your a social security number, and they're going to tell you. So the number is 800. I'm putting it down here in the comments for y'all. 800-304-3107. Okay. 800-304-3107. Call, and then you will know. As it pertains to the state of Florida, they are not taking overpayments from your taxes. Okay, they said that they were not going to do that. So any other state, I can't tell you. You would have to see what your state says. But usually, if you call, since that is a state debt, they have to put it in through the Treasury in order to take it from your tax refund. So you should be able to call and find out if they're going to take it from that. Okay. Okay, so you got that for this year, Diamond. So then, I think honestly, I don't even trust where's my refund. To be quite honest with you, I mean, I trust it to tell you when that it has your information, but it goes in and out. So everybody is getting that delay message. I'm gonna tell you, keep trying. Where's my refund? Because there's no way it can be in the system 21 days now. But she says after February 15th, you want to get any updates. But right now we're before February 15th, so you should see something. So send me a message on that, Diamond. I'm gonna see what I can find out. Okay. Hold on, Miss Malvina. I'm gonna read it. Says, hello, Shamika. Wait a minute. I filled out a 1040 form for someone who was in our local jail. Now he's in state prison. Does he need to do another one? Can he have you to work on it for him and also try to make an appointment with my taxes to go through? Yeah. Yes, Mr. Mavina, you can have an appointment in person. Send me a message to Facebook, and I'll pencil you in. And just FYI for anybody who's watching, if you know somebody that is in prison or in jail, they absolutely have the right to have a stimulus. Okay, first, second, and third. If they owe child support, they won't see the first one, but the last two they are entitled to get. So if you help that individual fill out a 1040 form to collect that stimulus check, then you won't need to do it again unless you're claiming the 1,400. So if an individual didn't get their first two stimulus, the 12 and the 600, you would have claimed that on your last year's taxes. If you did not file taxes, then you will need to file last year's taxes. If you did not get your 1,400, you will file it on this year's taxes. Okay. So if he didn't do that, Miss Malvina, then you will need to do it again. It says, I have two dependents and didn't get the tax credit. I'm seeing it, but just because, so if you did not get the tax credit, when you file taxes, you should just be able to report that you didn't get anything. And then the software will automatically give you the money that you should have received. So you won't miss out on anything. It says, I was told I can use my identity number that they sent me this year for my 2020 taxes. No, if you've been a victim of identity theft and you have an IP pin, that's the 6-digit pin you get from the IRS every year. You cannot use a 2021 on your 2021 taxes. They give you one every year. They only go with that year. So you have to get a new one every year in order to file your taxes. Okay. The IRS actually is probably going to start going that way. So if you guys don't have one, you might soon be forced to get one. Okay. All right. Somebody asked me, how far do audits go back? Normally, if you get audited, it is 3 years, but the IRS does have the ability to look back to 6 years in the event that they may question something. Okay. If they question something additional, they can go back 6 years. But if you are an individual who does not file taxes, did you know that if you don't file taxes, then you automatically can be audited on whatever year that you don't file? So say you filed the last 3 years, but the 4th year previously you did not file. And say they happen to audit you and they want to look back 3 years. Well, now because you didn't file that other year, now you give them permission to go back an additional year. So whatever years you did not file, then you are giving them the right to extend that audit to whatever other years you want because you didn't file. Now that doesn't mean they will, but they can. And then the last part of that answer is, because it's not a one answer type of question. If they sense that there's fraud, so say somebody's been lying doing self-employment, then they have the right to go back as far as they want. So there really is no time limit. You can say 3, but they're going to go back as far as they need to. Okay. And speaking of that, if you get a IRS letter 6323, then that means your file has been selected again for review and now you've been assigned an auditor who is now auditing you. Some people asked me to talk about the letter that I posted, and I scribbled out all the information. So if you haven't watched it on TikTok, you can look at the letter, but it is an actual letter that somebody sent me. And I read the first page, and I could not believe that the individual who filed their taxes did something so stupid. On your taxes, you do have the ability to donate to charity. I know most of y'all done donated to Goodwill and Salvation Army. If you didn't know, now you know. But what this person did that actually got this person audited was this person put that this taxpayer donated $31,200 to a charity. And the crazy part about what it was, her income wasn't even $31,200. It was actually less than that. So, I mean, to me, it was a no-brainer. It was, you lied so much that you weren't even paying attention. You know, there's a lie and then there's a damn. That's a lie. So she just went way beyond a regular lie. Okay. So because of that, that is an automatic red flag, because how many people do you know whose income is so low donate that much money to charity? Okay. It just doesn't happen. So that person has now been audited, and now that person has no documentation to call the IRS auditor back to even fight this audit. So basically, that person's going to have to go through the process, and the IRS is then going to come back and say, well, now this is how much you owe us, plus interest and penalties and whatever else, because of a mistake like that. Okay. So that's a very expensive mistake. So I say all that to tell you guys that you can't always go to somebody because they get you the highest amount back. You're going to set yourself up for failure, and you're going to be looking like this person. And she told me, I went to this person because they got me a high return. And now look what's happening. So sometimes don't let your eyes get you in a, y'all know the rest. Don't let your eyes write you a check that you can't cash. So, okay. And in this case, that's exactly what's happening. All right. All right. So let me keep going. What if you file and claim a child last year, but not claiming them this year? But I did get only one check of $250 for the month, and I'm not claiming the child this year. What will happen? All right, so that's a good question. If anybody, and this is going on a lot, and so I want to make sure I clarify this. And this comes from the IRS. I checked it before I even came on here. Okay, the child tax credit payments were an advance on this year's tax refund. Okay. So if you opted out not to get any payments, you would have, or you will receive all that money in one lump. Okay. But a lot of you did not do that. So a lot of you chose to receive the advance. Okay. So they gave you half of your credit, and they're going to give you the other half added into your tax refund. Okay. So I think most of us got that. Now, when it comes to people who switch off on kids, okay, whether that's your boyfriend, your friend, whatever, okay, here's how it works. The IRS based those advance payments to figure out who it was going to go to. It was based off of either 19 or 2020 taxes, okay, because they're not psychic. They don't know who was going to file or claim the kids this year. So they can only pay you based off of what you already filed. So if the person that got the money in advance, got the money last year, is not the same person filing this time, the person filing this time will get all the money. Okay? I didn't say that. The IRS says that. Why? Because it was an advance on this year's taxes. So if the person that's claiming this year didn't get their money, they're going to give it to them now. And then the other person who got paid was overpaid. Okay, so I want y'all to hear that. So the other person who got the money, if you were not supposed to receive, meaning, now I'm not even gonna say not supposed to receive. If you got paid the advance payments in 2021, but you are not the same person claiming those kids in 2022, you were overpaid. That's not coming from me. That is coming from the IRS. Okay. Now, how are they going to handle it? This is also coming from them. They are planning on doing a waiver. Okay. So I don't know if it's built into the software or if they're going to send y'all a letter later. We have to wait to see. But if you don't believe me, you can look it up. Child tax credit payment waiver, overpayment waiver. It is a real thing. And they are planning on looking at your income. And if your income is low enough, or if you, I don't, and we don't know exactly if it's, what it's going to be based off of, if it's going to be based off the federal poverty line, if it's going to be based off of their regular charts, we don't know. So let's just wait to see what they're going to base it off of. But they're going to take your income into account, and they will make the decision if you're going to pay it back or not. Okay, y'all didn't know y'all were going to get this money. Y'all didn't know there was going to be an advance on the stimulus. They expected us to say, I'm not claiming those kids in 2022, so I should opt out. They've been saying it, but nobody's been saying it like me. Okay. So I hope I made that very clear to everybody. If you got paid in 2021 and you are not the person claiming those kids in 2022, the person that is claiming it gets all the money. And you who got it in 2021 were overpaid. Okay. All right. So let me see what y'all got. So I hope I ain't make nobody mad by that. Again, that's not coming from me. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna post it because I screenshotted the question where somebody asked already. So that I ain't got to go back and forth with anybody. Okay. Can you go ahead and file returns now if you have dependents? Yes, you can file returns. If you have dependents, you need to file. But if you are not sure you got all your documents, you should wait. But if you have student loan debt that you did not pay or you're in collections, then you need to file. And you need to file probably before March 15th to make sure that you can get your refund and not have it taken by the Treasury once they start reducing, once they start student loan repayment. Soon as May 1st comes, if anybody's taxes are processed after that time and you owe money, they're going to start taking that from your refund. Okay. Not coming from me. All right. It's coming from the Department of Education. Okay. You can call and find out for yourself if you do not believe me. All right. Okay. Dwight says, is it crazy that Florida is not on the list for extra SNAP? Florida is not on the list for extra SNAP because DeSantis chose not to opt in. All the other states opted in, but if you're in Florida, you do not get the extra SNAP. There isn't much we can do about it other than, well, vote him out. Okay. But he didn't opt in for it, so you won't have it. All right. Now, if you are a person in Florida and your SNAP benefits were delayed, SNAP is EBT. I don't know. Everybody may call it something different, but if you are in Florida and your benefits were delayed, then there is on my Facebook page, there's a form you can sign that's put together by the news. They want y'all to go and chime in, put your information in because they want to show DeSantis that, hey, these people need the EBT. All right. So if you need your stamps, EBT, SNAP, whatever you want to call it, go on my Facebook page. Same name, Shamika Saves. It's on all my page, my personal page and my business page. Go and sign up the next person, and let them know that you want your stamps. Okay. All right, let's see. Hey, Chantel, I haven't received my iPen. How do I get it? Oh, it's the iPen. So the iPen is the same thing. I already answered that. I hope you got that. Hey, LaQuivia, thank you. I appreciate y'all know I was going for the all different forms of the grape tonight. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I have been trying to to look cute because let me tell you, if y'all know me, I do not care. Okay. But I am switching it up. So I'm glad that you said that look cute. I was waiting for somebody to say it. And I want y'all to know that I did get this shirt from JCPenney's for the $17. But why did I say that? Because if you're a business owner, you should have business credit. Okay. And JCPenney's is one of the companies that you can get business credit from. So if you're a person that you have a daycare or a school and you need uniforms, you can get business credit, get you a nice little card from JCPenney's and you can order school uniforms. They love to take personal orders. Okay, so you can order all types of stuff. If you're somebody that wants to sell scrubs, all kind of stuff, they have buyers that can get you stuff. Why? Because JCPenney's is struggling a little bit, so they are really trying to work with you. But also, JCPenney's is also in the same family as the Amazon company. So if you happen to have an Amazon business account or credit, or Amazon credit card or something like that on your business side, JCPenney's is under the same umbrella. So don't sleep on them just because you know that JCPenney's, they still sell fashionable stuff. You just got to look through the racks. Okay. So that was my little commercial. And if you need help with credit, business credit, or regular credit, okay, I'm your girl. Consultations for $20. Make sure y'all hit me up. All right. So don't sleep on the JCPenney's. All right. I'm just letting y'all know. They trying to do their thing to stay around. All right. But JCPenney's be all right. Whoever says I'm still employed, but my employer hasn't asked me to work all year. Is this legal? If your employer hasn't asked you to work all year, that depends on what type of employment you have. I've never really seen anybody be hired and not work, but me personally, you're not working tells me that you are unemployed. So if you haven't worked all year, one, I hope you filed unemployment. And two, you have let it go on for a very long time. So basically you ain't got a job. Okay. They just ain't told you to come in. So I would focus on getting some unemployment, and or going and find you another job because you don't have one. You like Tommy right now from Martin. Okay. You ain't got no job. All right, let me see. Can you explain this? Is form 702, 7202. The form 7202 is the self-employment form that you will fill out if you had to take off time from your self-employment job in order to care for yourself or somebody else due to COVID. Okay. Or you can also put in there that the school will close down. So if your child had to stay home from school due to COVID and you're self-employed, you can use this form to get money back. It actually increases your tax refund quite a bit if you are an individual that does self-employment. Okay. Now I mentioned this last week and I'm gonna continue to bring this up. Please don't let somebody claim that credit for you and you only have a W-2. Okay. So remember, I'm talking about red flags to the IRS. That is one of them because the form clearly says self-employment at the top. So don't do it if you're W-2. Now, if you're W-2 and you got self-employment, and that also means 1099, that also means you file a Schedule C, whatever terminology you use, you can use that 7202 form. All right. Lakeisha says they told me to use my 2021 for this year and last year. Shamika said I talked to someone. Okay, well, thank you, Lakeisha. I appreciate that. Okay, so we got an update. That the IRS told, and see, this is how we get our good information. Now, yes, you do get an IP pin for every year. So so that is true. You do get an IP pin for every year. Now, I don't know if this is due to the backlog or not, but the IRS did tell Lakeisha, thank you, Lakeisha, on Friday that you can use your IP pin for the last 2 years. So you can use your 2021 for this year and last year. So if you got a 2021 pin, you can use it for this year and last year to file. So